Do you know how they were recruited?
They, for the most part, I know the process. A lot of it had to do with family. The Salazars were big during the 90s here and there were many family members that came here that were cousins, and so the word on the street was that Salazar dad was a lieutenant high up in the gang. So the True Latin Kings gang, not just the kid gangs, but the actual drugs, prostitution, the whole thing. So the Salazar kids, there were 5 of them. It was 2 boys and 3 girls. And I had all 5 of them. Throughout my years, I had all 5 of them. And the boys were a little rough. The girls were not as bad, but the boys were real rough. And Martin Salazar was the only time I ever felt uneasy teaching. He was the only one that ever made me feel uneasy about teaching. He came in late. I told him, sorry, you have to have a tardy pass. He said, Dan, I'm not going. Real defiant. I think he was 17. I don't know. He looked like he was 17. And I'm thinking, he's a big kid. So in the old days, you had to write a referral on paper. It had carbon copies, and it was just this little thing. And you'd fill it out, and you'd send it with him. So I did that. He stood up, and I said, you need to leave now. I said, you're going to make me go get somebody to get you out of here, but you're going to leave my room. And he stood up, and for a split second, I thought he was going to hit me. But he took that referral, and he tore it up, and he threw it in my face and walked out. I don't know who was more shocked, me or those kids, because there's a line, and for the most part, they know there's a line. So they don't normally cross that line unless they're pushed really hard. They don't normally cross the line. So I just said, oh. I go, well, somebody's having a bad day, because I have a horrible sense of humor, but yeah, I just blow it off. So I was going to let them know that, hey, it's okay. No big deal. I'm not, it doesn't bother me. I said, hey, will you pick that up for me? We're going to put it in this envelope, and I'm going to walk this referral down myself. Of course, by the time I got to the office, I was mad and upset. So I walked in and I said, I don't care what you do. He can't come back to my class. And I told him what they did. And he ended up being suspended and being third party, going to an alternative school. While he was going to the alternative school, he decides to rob a store using a gun. So they charge him as an adult, and he actually went to Huntsville. So now I'm thinking, oh gosh, now he's going to come back and kill me, because, little did I know he had other problems he had to worry with. Not Miss Carlton. So, but yeah, but then I had his brother, who could be a pistol. And I don't know why I was blessed, but I had him for 3 years in a row. I had him as a 6th grader, had him as a 7th grader, had him as an 8th grader. And to watch him go from that angry little 6th grader to kind of a calming 8th grader was really nice. But it was a difficult time. We had some difficult times, but I feel like these kids had 2 strikes against them before they ever came to my class. This is what they know for their family. This was the norm. So I think that in the 90s, that was it, that this was the norm. Graffiti. We get graffiti now, and it usually has hearts on it. Back in the day, it was some really ugly words. And if they would write on I had a portable, and they'd write, "What's up, cuz?" And I tried to explain to them, I didn't see you at the family reunion. I didn't know we were related. That's awesome. I said, and that I don't know what cuz is. And they go, your cousin. I go, oh, Cousin. Oh, okay. And so they would write their little notes, and they would all be like symbols, and I'd have to give it back to them for lunch attention, and they'd have to write it in complete sentences. I'm sure they hated me, but I dealt with it with a sense of humor, because it could be a little scary if you became too confrontational, because you don't know what's going on at their house. You don't know what they're dealing with there. So you kind of have to, and it's not personal. we're the only people these kids can be mean to, they can be hateful to, they can even cuss us out, and they still know they're safe. There's anything, we can't physically hurt them, and they know that. And that's okay. But I know it's not me that they're really mad at. It's something in their life that they're mad at. And I think once teachers realize that, oh, that's not personal, I don't take that personal.